sentences.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes,
So
I finished.
shall we start? Yes, the 3 sentences that I told you to. Hey, you forgot? What? Is it early Alzheimer?
No.
Did I tell you to write 3 sentences here? So
Yes.
who's done? You're amazing. Please tell me about
ready.
sentences.
Although it's only 3 kilometers to reach my home, I spend almost 33 minutes during my way.
During my way? During my way. How's that? In my way back.
In my way, okay.
Okay.
On my way, in my way.
On my way back. On, yes.
On my-
It's not in. On my way back. Very good. Okay, another sentence. Give me the 3 sentences. And please mention that you have put a comma whenever necessary. Okay? So?
All right. For the second sentence, I could not leave the store before my manager arrived.
Any comments?
No.
Good. Why? Because you started with the independent clause. Great. Number 3.
Whenever it being cold, comma, I find
the sentence again.
whenever it being cold,
يعني it being. Which tense is this, Yamaz?
it's regarding the weather. So
Yes,
I feel
but
cold.
when you say it's being, like which tense is this? It's no tense. No tense like such in English. So whenever it is cold, it is cold.
Oh.
All right? So whenever it is cold, what happens?
I find myself more sleepy.
Okay, very good. I feel more sleepy. Mazen, let me give you a short note about, and I think that would be a problem in your presentations as well. You know what? You use many words to express your thoughts. Many words. This extension of words, or the too many words that you are using for this purpose, won't help you a lot in your speaking test. You have to shorten your sentences, give very, sturdy language. Sturdy means simple but efficient. Shorten your sentences. You don't have to keep on stretching. Just go ahead with your idea. Don't stretch it. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now let's listen to Omri. Helma Omri.
Okay. Okay. Before she go to cinema, I gave her a lot of money.
So anyway, before she goes or went? Either goes or went.
Goes or went. Okay. Goes.
So before?
No, I mean go.
So go cannot come with she. She, he, she, and it.
Goes. Okay. Yes. Mm-hmm.
So
okay.
Before she goes to the cinema, yes?
Yeah. I gave her a lot of money.
Okay, I gave her a lot of money. That's good.
Okay.
I wish I went
Yeah, I wish to.
Going to the cinema, having money. That's a luxury. Not here in Riyadh anymore. Yes?
Because I love cinema. Because I love cinema very much.
Okay. Who doesn't? Okay.
Every time I go to work, every time, whenever I go to work, I always ride my car.
A very good one.
Okay.
Number 3.
The last one, although she came early, I wouldn't feel peace.
I what?
I wouldn't feel pleased.
Although she came early,
Yes,
Yes.
I didn't? Okay.
Yes. Although she came early, I didn't feel pleased. I didn't feel happy. Okay, that's good. Very good.
I told you, Hind, I have a lot of problems with the grammars.
أبشر إن شاء الله يعني
إن شاء الله.
إن شاء الله.
I hope so. إن شاء الله.
Yes. رضا.
أيوة.
يلا your sentences quickly. We don't want to spend a lot of time doing this.
The first one, I used to wash my car going to work. There is no comma here. The second one, she's crying although she find her kid.
She's crying although she found.
Yes, she found.
Although she found her kids, all right. Number 3.
Whenever I get together with my friends, we go.
It's hang out. Okay. Hang out with friends. Hang out with. This was my comment on your speaking presentation, right? So hang out with.
Nation. Okay. Okay. Whenever I hang out with my friends, we go for shopping.
We either go shopping. There's no for. We go shopping.
Go shopping.
Okay. Or we prefer to do shopping. We prefer to do shopping. So whenever we hang out or whenever I hang out with friends, they prefer or we prefer to go shopping. Okay. That is very good. Okay. So Hazem, are you back?
Yes.
Yes, please. Your sentences.
Yes. The first one, whenever you are free, comma, please let me know.
That's interesting. Very good.
Okay. Second one, please call me before starting your break.
Before starting your break.
Your break time. Please call me.
A minute. Say your sentence again. Please call me whenever?
No, before starting your break.
Before starting your break. I told you that after before, there must be a full sentence with a subject and a verb. This is not a clause, Hazem.
Okay, this is one word, one sentence. That's right?
Yes, that's right. Actually, it is one sentence, one complex sentence. I will consider it to be a complex sentence, but it's not joining, it's joining phrases. It's not joining sentences.
Okay.
Do you know what's the difference between a phrase and a sentence? Okay.
Yes, I got you.
Okay, great.
Last one, although I didn't eat anything from the morning, comma, I'm still not hungry.
I'm still not hungry. Excellent job. Okay, so this is the complex sentence. I'm going to give you another task which is related to a certain topic which is very frequently used in the Ielts test. Okay, but actually
the difference between the complex and the compound.
Yalla, okay. Again, for the complex, Hazem, who lives in the compound? I told you last time that some people live in a compound. Who are they?
You told me that?
No. I told you guys so.
Maybe.
Who lived in a compound? I told you that the fanboys live in a compound.
Yes, that's right. Right. I remember now.
The fanboys. Okay. So whenever you have any of these words that join two sentences together, then it's a compound sentence.
Okay.
Whenever you have any of these words to join two sentences together, then it's a complex. By the way, I added two more words, despite and in spite of. Okay? We can't say despite of, this is wrong. And we can't say in spite, and that's it. In spite of. Both of them, by the way, both of them are followed by a gerund. So in spite of, here, plus phrase or gerund. In spite of wearing a heavy coat or a heavy jacket, comma, I still feel cold. So, in spite of and despite of, Despite wearing a heavy jacket, I still feel cold. In spite of, so they can take each other's places. That's fine. Okay, one more thing that I wanted to drag your attention to. One very important thing, because we're going to use though and although. Did I write them down? Yes. Though and although. What's the difference between though and although? Both of them would give you the meaning of that one of the sentence has a certain idea and the other part of the sentence has a contradicting idea. So for example, when you say that the exam is easy, what's the expected result?
High results.
Success.
Success.
So I got a good mark. Very good. I got a good mark. But when you say though or although the test was easy, comma,
The opposite result.
I failed. Yes. Although the test was easy, I failed. So though the test was easy, I failed. But actually, this is not exactly the perfect usage of though. Though usually comes at the end of the sentence. So you better say, the exam was easy, comma, I failed though. The exam was easy, period. I failed, comma, though. So though comes at the end of the sentence. Although comes either in the beginning of the sentence or in the middle of the sentence. Although the exam was easy, comma, I failed. All right? You guys, is that okay with you? Do you understand the difference between though and although?
Yes.
Okay, now I'm going to share with you a book that is Cambridge 12. All right? And in this book, we'll have to practice the speaking test right now. Are you guys ready? Tell me the truth. Ready? No? No one answers. Why is no one answering me?
I'm ready.
How many people are ready now? No one.
Oh,
Okay, great. So, hopefully.
yeah.
Okay. So, here we go.
When I see you, Hinda, I feel happy.
You what?
When I see you,
Yes.
I feel hopefully.
Oh,
Hopeful.
you feel hopeful. Hopeful. Thank you very much.
Yes, hopeful.
Yes, I wish, inshallah, that all your dreams come true very, very soon, inshallah.
Ya Rabbi, inshallah.
Amen. So now I'm sharing my screen. Can you guys see my screen? Can you see yourselves in the corner here?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So you can see yourselves in the corner and the book. This is general training. I think that you all have this book, don't you?
No.
Rehan. Well, I need someone, please, Mazen or anyone can give Reham a hand in downloading her resources because she couldn't do it by herself on her own. So after finishing this class, please, if anyone could help her, may Allah reward you with the best he could reward one of his slaves, please. All right. Because she's still messed up and she doesn't know what to do from where.
I tried والله tried فعلا بس يعني missed خلاص.
Oh yeah, okay. So, okay. Anyway, this is the Cambridge book. Amazing, Rida and Hazen. Do you guys have the book now?
I didn't download it yet. I downloaded 8, 9, 10,
12 is the first book that we're going to work from. Okay? So don't look at the board, otherwise you will feel a little bit dizzy. Okay? So here is the way the test looks like. All right? The book, every book starts with test 5. Okay? So test 5, if you look here, this is the listening part, listening part, which is divided into 3 sections, as I told you before. All right? So, 4 sections. Section 1, as you may see, then section 2. Each section would have 10 questions. Then we'll move to section 3 and section 4. Okay? And again, 30 to 40 questions. So this part is out of 40. Number 2, which is the reading section. As I told you, the reading is 3 sections. Sometimes for the general test is mostly about, don't look at my notifications, please. Focus here. You guys are so nosy. Okay. So for, again, for the reading,
try to help you then.
we have, that's okay. I have nothing to hide. So again, for the general test, we have at least 5 passages. The general test, 5 passages. And for the academic passages, we'll have 3 long ones. So here is the reading, section 1 here. And because it's quite long, they moved directly to section 2. Then here, 2 passages. Then section 3. And finally, see how long is the passage. Can you notice how long is the passage?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and section 4. And now we move to the writing part, which is 2 tasks, as I told you before. Haizem, wake up, go wash your face if you're feeling very much asleep. And task 2, okay? And now let's move to the speaking part. How many speaking parts do we have? How many speaking sections do we have?
3.
Okay, section 1, section 2, and section 3. There are 3 sections. Okay, section 1 is mainly, I'll remind you with what I said before. Section 1 is usually about one of the very familiar topics that everybody talks during the day or throughout the day. Yes, one very common topic, which is usually used for a warming up. Very good, Hazen. Section 2, which is the cue card. And here is the cue card. Look at the board, please. Here is the cue card. This cue card is going to be given to you, and you will have, as you may see to the right, you have 1 minute to think about it, and then 2 minutes to talk about this topic. And then moving to part 3 here, which is a discussion topic. And as I told you before, part 3 or section 3 is again an extension to part 2. You will have the same or almost the same topic, but you have to think critically or in a critical manner, like a philosophy, as I told you before. Okay? Yes. Okay. So now I will talk about part 1, which is the health. I think that you are done with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You are done with this part. Number 2, which is part 2. Now, please, you have to read this cue card, and I'm going to give you 1 minute exactly to brainstorm your ideas. But wait. First time, I'm going to brainstorm your ideas with you. We're going to do it together, all together. Next time, you're going to do it all by yourself. All right? Now, I imagine I put myself in your shoes, and I will try to pretend that this cue card is mine. It's not yours. What would I do? Number 1. If I had this card and the examiner gave me this card, I would take it and they would give me a pencil. Using this pencil, I would circle the clue words or the most important clue words that I must answer. Number 1 clue word is the word describe. Describe. Describe an occasion. So you have to circle the word describe an occasion. When you had to wait a long time for someone or something to arrive. So again, which clue words do we have here? Can anyone help me out? Which clue words do I have here? So I have about what?
I can't hear you.
Yes. Would you guys please? Okay, just a minute. I'm going to mute your microphones. Yes. I'm sorry. I muted all your microphones. Okay. So if you would like to give me an answer, please unmute and then mute again. Okay. So again, I would prefer to circle the word describe, occasion, wait for a long time, to arrive also. So what is required here is to describe an occasion where I had to wait for someone to arrive or something to arrive. You should say who or what you were waiting for. So what's the first clue word here that you should circle? Someone please? Where is the clue word here? Unmute your microphones.
Someone?
Huh?
Someone?
No, the first question, Haizem, who or what you were waiting for. Which word should I circle here?
This occasion.
بتجيب الكلام ده منين؟ انا خلصت الرايتنج برومبت اللي موجوده فوق. انا بتكلم في السنتنس اللي بتقول can you see my mouse? Can you guys see my mouse now?
Who you see that who is a word?
Who or what you were waiting for. So if you have in your mind that it is someone, then I have to circle who. If you have in your mind to talk about something, then I have to circle what. Number 2, how long you had to wait. So where's the clue word here? How long. Number 3, good. Why you had to wait a long time. So where's the clue word here? Why. Number 4, explain how you felt about waiting a long time. So,
how.
Explain what? Explain is a clue word, and what? Felt. So you have to explain your feelings. Okay? So explain and felt. So now I'm going to do my brainstorming very quickly. And I will bear too many things in mind. And I want you please to bear in mind too. Okay? To bear in mind means to remember. Number 1. So the whole topic is about an occasion when you had to wait. Then they want me to describe it. What else? Where, who or what you were waiting for. So I'm going to talk about who. Number 3, how long you had to wait. So how long? Number 4, why you had to wait a long time. Why? And number 5, explain how you felt. Then my feelings. How many parts do I have to answer? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? Okay. So I'm going to make up a story right now. All right. So I'm going to tell you about a very personal situation that happened to me once I was still engaged, not before getting married. All right? When I had an appointment with my fiancé to go and to buy the wedding dress. All right? Unfortunately, I was not very committed to my date. And it was very difficult for me to reach this destination, this very specific destination on time. And therefore, I was late for around 1 hour. Then when I reached at that place, now I'm going to tell you the whole story, okay? When I reached at that place, I found my fiance at that time, my fiance, like outrageous and too angry while waiting for me. I didn't say a single word, but instead, he told me that he at first asked me, why were you late? So I gave him my reason, and I said that, well, it was because of the jam that that blocked me from reaching to my destination on time. Moreover, it was too difficult for me to dress up because I was in a hurry for another place to go before I reached this destination. Honestly speaking, he was too angry and too mad, and he was not convinced with the reasons I told him, and he immediately decided to send me or to drive me back home in the same time without getting any wedding dresses. That was so cruel of him at that time, and that was my feeling. I felt like I'm heartbroken. How could you do this to me? And trying to teach me one value in my life, to respect my appointments and to try to be committed to his appointment, to not be in that very cruel and savage manner. He could have been a little bit more lenient to me. Therefore, that's why I felt like really frustrated, and I had to think once more about this relationship, whether it's going to the right direction or not. Okay? So, what did I do now? Can you guys analyze what did I do now?
You describe the
First, I described the occasion because I
yeah,
told you what exactly happened or what was the occasion or when I had to wait or someone had to wait for me in that time, okay? I can take the place of my husband at that time and talk about the same occasion, right? What or where you were, who or what you were waiting for. Well, I took the other place, but anyway, you can take my fiance's place and talk about the situation, right? You can tell me what would your feelings be, or why you had to wait for a long time, how long you had to wait for her, and why you had to wait for a long time. Explain your feelings about waiting a long time. You can easily express the situation, right? Okay? But please, whenever you try to write about this for a brainstorming, number one, do not write sentences. Do not write sentences. All you have to do is to write words to show your ideas. You know what? There is a very nice proverb in Arabic that is saying, العلم صيد والكتابة قيده. Have you ever heard about this before? Okay, yeah, what does it mean? It means like, well, knowledge is just like a hunt. When you go for a hunt, yeah, and you hunt something like hunting a deer, for example. Hunting a deer, whenever you hunt a deer, would you keep it loose or you have to tie it up so that it doesn't run away again? This is exactly what we're doing. We're trying to tie up our thoughts and ideas so that they don't run away. Otherwise, while you're writing or speaking up without writing your ideas, they might run away. Especially with you guys, those who deal with numbers and with facts, they really find it very difficult to stay on the same track of the linguistic people who work in linguistics. They find it really difficult with dealing with languages. Yes, I don't say that languages are difficult for them, but I say that it's hard to manage the words. They better manage ideas and thoughts and formulas in their mind. That's why I'm telling you that the brainstorming may be even more important than speaking or writing. Okay? So number one, you have to write words. Describe, mention the situation. Waiting for my fiancé. All right. Who? Then it was my fiancé. Describe the situation. I can tell that that was about the wedding dress. And by the way, it was an appointment about the wedding dress. By the way, this chart that you're designing, no one would count you on. So you can write whatever you would like to write on. This is not included in your score band, okay? So write whatever you like to. How long? I've been waiting for her for an hour, for example. Why did you have to wait for her? Because I can't leave her alone in the street. Right? And there were no phones. There were no cell phones, right? And your feelings, frustrated, angry, but in the same time responsible. Okay? So now, in my presentation, should I give this speech and that's it? No, I have to take many things into consideration, as I told you before. Number one, you have to show an introductory phrase. Introductory phrase. And what do I mean by the word introductory phrase? Oh my God, time flies, guys, with you. Time really flies. It's just 10 minutes left in this session. So anyway, I don't know what happens, but this feeling I never get in other groups. Okay. That's a good thing. So here, I have to give an introductory phrase before each and every answer I'm giving, okay? Introductory phrase like, well, Honestly speaking.
In my experience.
As a matter of fact, yes. From my experience or from my personal experience. That is a good question. And you can replace the word good with many other words like interesting, unexpected, or wonderful. Question. Or you can say, this question took me back to. Takes me back to.
I never thought about such a question.
Yes. Or if you totally agree with her or with him or with the question itself, you can say, definitely. Or there is no doubt that.
There is no doubt.
Yes. There's no doubt that. Or definitely. Or, well, this is enough for introductory phrases. Well, some people say that introductory phrases are not very well recommended because that would be considered as a memorized answer. Honestly speaking, some people, whenever they are given these introductory phrases, they don't use it wisely. They don't use it wisely. Like what? What I want to say is that these introductory phrases must be used in its proper situation. Proper situation. So if you have a question, for example, talking about technology, you can't give an answer like, honestly speaking, technology is important. Does it need honest? Does it need any kind of honesty? Talking about technology, does it need honesty from you? No, but you can start with my personal experience. Yes? Or
as a matter of fact.
As a matter of fact, or personally. If you're going to talk about your own experience, you can say, personally, I believe that so and so. Okay? So again, you have to use it very wisely. You can't start here in this, for example, in this speaking prompt, what introductory phrase can you use? Your suggestions, please. What introductory phrases you can use?
One day.
One day? What?
For the same situation?
For describing the occasion.
Huh?
It depends on the occasion we will talk about. Which occasion we will talk about to choose?
So now we're talking about the occasion that you had to wait for a long time with someone or something to arrive. Okay? So we can use, well, honestly speaking, or you can't use from my personal experience. That's an interesting question. Yes? You can use, well, that's an interesting question. That's a very good question because I just remembered or I just recalled this memory 2 years ago or 2 days ago when I was chit-chatting with my husband about our old days when we were still engaged, right? Okay, so this is number one. Number two, so number one is the introductory phrase that I have to bear in my mind. Number two, what is the importance of the introductory phrases? The importance of the introductory phrases is to fill up your time, to give yourself some space to think. If you don't have something in mind, and you need to, to fill up your time, these 2 minutes that will be given to you, which is so much time, then fill up your time with these things until you gather all your ideas and to know where to start or where to take off your speaking presentation, okay? So number 2, please make sure that you use variety of sentences. So I'm going to write them down here. Number 1, use introductory phrase. Number 2, watch the tense of the question. Number 3, variety of sentence must be taken into consideration. Number 4, you have to answer all the given questions, okay? Which is the task achievement within the given time. Okay? Don't forget to insert your career terminology. So your own terms, use your own terms, your own major terms, all right? And finally, don't forget the digression point. So in my brainstorm here, I have to talk about my digression. Don't forget to include your digression point. So I'm talking about this all. You can talk, who can suggest a digression point? Which is related in a way to the main topic, which is waiting for a specific time or for a certain time for someone to come or to arrive or something to happen. What could be the digression point?
Can you
Come on,
explain,
ladies
please?
and gentlemen, we have only 2 minutes for this session. Huh? Amazing?
What's the digression point? Can you explain to me, please?
Aizim, remind him what is a digression.
سفرت الزبون.
سفر الزبون. حجز له تيكت ويقلع إن شاء الله.
شوف افتكرها ببساطة.
Yes. How to link between two.
أيوة صح. How to relate two topics or how to talk about a specific topic which is related to the same topic. You can talk, for example, about time respect. And to what extent does it reflect a person or someone's personality, okay? Or to what extent you believe it is important because it has so many advantages or it has so many disadvantages or whatever you would like to talk or to say or to tell about respecting time, okay? So it can be about respecting time and what does it reflect, okay? So, Remo, nice to see you.
Me too.
Okay, so now can we please start? I will leave you a minute. I will give you wait, just a minute. For the variety of sentences, because I know most of the students forget to do it. Please, I beg you to start your second and third sentence with one of the subordinating conjunctions. One of the subordinating conjunctions, like if, unless, after, before, although. Write one of them down or two of them down and make sure you start your sentence with it, okay? I'll meet you after 5 minutes from now because the session is almost over, all right?
One sentence or how many sentences?
At least 3 sentences, at least. Must be complex, yes. Must be complex sentences. In the other sentences, you will either